Hey guys, Tommy Bryson here, and over the past month in March, a lot has happened when it comes to, for example, the president declared a national emergency. On top of that, well, they're going to inject around $700 billion into the economy, and on top of that, don't forget that the Fed actually cut rates to near 0%. So what exactly does all this stuff mean for your money? Well, in this video, I'm going to break everything down. And very simply, by the way, it's not going to be like very complicated because, again, I don't want to have anyone panicking, and I don't want to be the guy that makes a video saying like, oh my gosh, this is crazy, come back tomorrow, see what happens again. Oh my gosh, this is even crazier, come back the next. It's kind of like a lot of propaganda, so I don't want to be the channel. So I'm gonna make this one video breaking it down so you guys can see exactly how simple things are, and it's not really that complicated, and it's not really that insane at all. By the way, guys, if you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and like this video, and on top of that, also turn the channel, hit the bell so you get notified, because again, I do upload videos on YouTube every single day. Now, the main thing is this, guys, okay? I am not part of the old media. So I'm basically not like a Fox News or ABC News or CNN. I'm not gonna be making content and have you guys come in every single day and drive panic so I can get revenue from ads. That's not my goal here. My goal is to kind of give you guys exactly what is going on in a simple way, simple formats, so hopefully you guys don't panic anymore. If you are panicking, if you want anybody panicking, we'll show them this video, and hopefully this video will kind of calm them down a little bit, okay? Now, the first thing is this, guys. The president declared a national emergency. So Tommy, what exactly does this mean for my money? Is everything going to end? The answer is no. Do not panic, you know? And it's not the first time he did this. He did it back then when he wanted to build that big thing. For example, the wall of China, you know what I'm talking about? But the point, it's not the first time it happened. So the main thing is this, guys, right? Think about it like a DMV. Say, for example, there's this long line at a DMV and you have an emergency. Okay. Even better example here, okay? Say, for example, you're at Costco, and Costco right now has lines from here all the way to 5-mile stretches, okay? Because everyone is going over there to buy toilet paper and buy everything they can, for example, like water bottles, okay? Now, the main idea is this, guys. What happens if you have an emergency and you want to skip the entire line? Well, think about it as the president declaring national act of emergency, because this way he gets 136 statutory powers to do things he would have to go to Congress to get done. So basically, it's a cheat code to skip the whole line and the whole progress and the whole process to then get to what he actually needs to get done, to then do things more efficiently. That is all it means. So the main pro is that a national emergency allows the president to do things way faster. It's not that complicated. It doesn't mean he has all superpowers over the world. The answer is no. Well, now, guys, number two is this. Well, you know, Tommy, I don't get it. You know, the Fed is also going to put in the market around $700 billion. This is going to make my money worth less money. The answer is, well, not really, okay? Not so much. The entire point is, guys, that what the Fed is actually doing is kind of like alleviating everything that's going to happen now, for example, with the airline businesses, small business, and also individuals. So the whole point is to give those people more money so that they can survive this entire storm that's kind of going on right now, which again is not the craziest thing ever. And it's not the first time the government has done this. They did it back in 2008 when they tried to rescue the banks also. The point is they're doing this to help those businesses and, for example, the airline business to actually survive while this stuff is carrying on. For example, guys, okay? Imagine being Delta, or for example, being JetBlue right now. And basically, the borders are going to be closed. Well, Canada and United States can no longer fly, and you can't fly to China. So basically, you can't really fly at all. So the point is, what are they supposed to do? The answer is they're going to lose a ton of money because loans are due, they have no customers, and all the bills are due, and they also have employees, which are going to lay off soon. Well, by doing this, it allows the government to give those people money to then hold up that business while that's actually taking place. So in reality, the pro is it helps people survive while this is all going on. So it's not that complicated at all, okay? And on top of that, the third thing is, Tommy, the Fed cut rates to near 0%. So what exactly does this mean for my money? The answer is, well, it's very simple. What it means is that it's going to allow you to borrow free money in a sense at a cheaper cost. So basically, interest rates will go down. But on top of that, savings high yield rates will also go down because, again, it's cheaper for the banks to borrow money with each other. So that's the entire point here. So you see, guys, it's not really that complicated. For example, the national emergency, the president can do things faster. And on top of that, $700 billion, it means that people will have more money to actually do things they need to do and survive while it's all going on. And also the Fed cutting rates, it means you will be able to borrow money at a cheaper rate, and that's all it really means. So it's not really like, oh my gosh, the world's ending. It's more like, okay, they're taking steps to make sure society does not crumble just because of all of this panic. But that's basically it, guys. However, I do want to break down 3 more things here to make sure you guys stay calm and don't kind of overreact like a lot of people are doing, especially like my parents are doing, okay? Now, the first thing is this, guys. Because money is going to be cheaper to borrow, I want to make sure you guys don't go out there and borrow money to then buy things you don't need, okay? People are starting to say, Tommy, well, you know, money's going to be cheap to get, so I'm going to, you know, grab this money and buy a big flat screen and then put it in my house because, again, I do need to stay distracted. The answer is that is still a liability. So what you want to do is stay out of debt, manage your money correctly, cut your expenses, and on top of that, also have money on the side in case anything else goes even worse. So the point is, do not panic, but it's very good to always be prepared for everything that goes on right there. So the best time right now to pay your debt is probably right now, because you can probably refinance it and pay it off very fast and also save a lot of money on interest. So that's what you want to do right now. And on top of that, I want you to take a very, one last time here, very hard look at your debt, and if you can refinance it for a lower rate, do that very quickly, and then on top of that, pay it off as soon as possible, and that way you are done with it. It's kind of like, for example, if I have, by the way, I will be calling credit cards earlier this week or later this week to actually try to get my interest rates lowered, and that way I can save money on that also. But again, I never pay interest, but it's a good thing to actually have just in case, okay? Now, that is what you want to do. So make sure you have an emergency account. Make sure you're not spending and getting yourself into debt now, because again, you don't want to do that, because if you do lose your job, well, that unemployment is not going to cover everything. On top of that, that national relief plan of $700 billion is also going to go towards unemployment plans, okay? So all that stuff matters. Now, the second thing is this, guys, you know, today and this month and this year might be the best time to start investing. Why? Because although I'm giving you guys all the information, the basic ideas and everything you need to do, the answer is, well, around 80% of most people out there will still ignore this and just go out there and watch Fox News every single day, or ABC News or CNN, and then just go insane and be like, okay, I'm gonna panic, I'm gonna sell my retirement account, I'm gonna do everything, drive the market even lower down. And the 20% of you guys that actually listen, well, you guys are going to do everything effectively and basically try to invest now because everything is at a discount. For example, it's the same as going to Black Friday. You buy a TV for 50% off and then boom, you have it. But the difference is that you buy a TV 50% off and then next year it's worth like 25% less. But if you buy a stock, an ETF, a mutual fund, an investment right now for 50% off, when this does go away, because it will go away, it's just panic. When it does go away and the market recovers, well, guess what? You own that asset, it produces more income for you, and on top of that, it goes back to original value and probably more. This reminds me a lot of one situation that I'll mention later on in this video. But number 3, guys, is I want to make sure you guys do not panic. You know everything now, okay? You know what a national emergency is, why they're putting money into the economy, and on top of that, you also know exactly, well, tell me, why did the Fed cut rates? You know everything. This is all you need to know. So basically, do not panic. This reminds me of, for example, by the way, the best thing to always do when you want to panic is kind of like just sit down and say to yourself, like, hey, if I panic, I'm not going to be able to think properly and I won't be able to make a decision properly. So let me just calm down right now. And on top of that, you want to ask yourself, well, Tommy, well, myself, what are the numbers here, okay? If something does happen to me, what are the odds that it'll actually put me away? The answer is around 2%, okay? So it's not really that bad. And on top of that, well, it is bad. You don't want to spread it because we do have elderly people. But the point is, on top of that, guys, okay, think about it. Smoking is bad and people still do it. Being is bad and people are still that. On top of that, you know, the odds of other things like, you know, hurting you are much higher, but people are still doing these things. But because of the media blowing everything in proportion right now, people are panicking because of this. So the point is, you guys have all the tools you need. So while everyone out there is panicking, keep your eyes open for opportunities. For example, real estate, the stock market, and on top of that, businesses might be going for sale very soon. So always keep an eye on that and be prepared to buy. Although things were looking good for a very long time over the past 10 years, things are looking like this artificially right now because of what's going on. but the market will recover because, again, not because I'm saying so, but because over 200 years of history has shown that every single market downturn has turned into an upturn. So the point is, look at the facts, look at statistics, look at the details, and there is where you will find all your answers. And guys, that's basically for this video. Comment down below and let me know, are you going to sell your retirement fund still? Are you going to panic and go crazy? Or are you going to sit down, relax, look at the facts, and basically say like, hey, I can buy this for cheaper, I can do this for cheaper, let me go ahead and capitalize off it right now. But before you do that, make sure you have your emergency fund intact and completed, because again, that is your version of government relief for yourself in case anything does happen, okay? So make sure that is intact right now. And before I go, guys, as always, if you guys like this video. On top of that, also start to hit the bell so you get notified. And if you want to talk to me one-on-one, just DM me and type Bryson. And before I go, if you want to watch a full video on how to start investing with $1,000, watch this video right here, and on top of my face right here to also start the channel right now. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and as always, peace.